Tonight, investigators believe foul play may be involved in the disappearance of an 80-year-old Garland County woman. Good evening, I'm Kevin Kelly.
I'm Donna Terrell. Fox 16's Susan L. Corey has new information tonight and explains the woman was first reported missing last week. Now investigators say it could be linked to another case. Susan.
Yeah, Donna and Kevin, the Garland County Sheriff isn't giving away a lot of details, telling me this is a very active investigation, but there is someone who could be considered a person of interest. And now investigators are trying to figure out if 80-year-old Betty Slaughter's disappearance may be linked to a body found over the weekend. It's the silence that strikes you along Legend Circle.
That's kind of shocking.
John McDonald missing the usual footsteps and sound of paws on pavement coming to his house.
Every afternoon walking their dog.
His friend and neighbor, 80-year-old Betty Slaughter, was reported missing nearly a week ago. The home where she lived alone along Lake Hamilton sits empty. There are no signs of forced entry, but the Garland County Sheriff's Office says it found evidence inside, possibly indicating foul play. Slaughter didn't have any children, and her husband passed away more than a decade ago, leaving friends wondering why she may have been targeted.
Kept herself most of the time. Didn't have, people over much. She had quite a few assets, so she might have been vulnerable, I'm not sure.
Another investigation happening here at Lowe Cemetery, where the Garland County Sheriff's Office says a body was found along this dirt road over the weekend. And at this point, investigators say it's too early to rule out whether that could be related to Slaughter's disappearance. Back at his home, McDonald keeps a note from Slaughter framed on his wall.
I don't have much hope that she's still alive.
Knowing his friend wouldn't take off without a last word. Investigators tell me they found Slaughter's dog alone in the house, and that was one thing that indicated something was off.
This is horrible.
It
in terms of the person of interest that you mentioned, do we know anything more about that individual? And what about a motive here?
Yeah, well, right now, Garland County Sheriff isn't saying much. One thing they did tell me, though, they have been looking at surveillance video from homes in the area and trying to see if that might lead them to anything. But again, just telling me this is really too early in the investigation to share anything.
Wow. Okay, keep following it. Thank you.